Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wildfires in California are off the charts for real. And some of the same locations that burned in 2018 are threatened by this fire once again. So let's get into it because this looks really, really bad. The last time I looked, it said 353,000 acres of land has already been scorched. That's a lot of land. As the park fire continues to rapidly grow and threaten thousands of more acres in Northern California, an evacuation warning has been issued for the town of Paradise. Now, Paradise, y'all, when Paradise burned up, remember the whole town burnt up. It was nothing left. Well, Paradise was a sundown town. And when I went to look at the history on it, when black people would move into that town, the whites in the town would burn their homes down just to get rid of them. So I have no sympathy for Paradise. I had no sympathy for Paradise burning up the first time, and I don't have any sympathy for them burning up a second time. That right there should tell you you don't need to go back to that place. So, anyway, 2018, the deadliest wildfire in state history, the Camp Fire, incinerated much of the town. 3 years later, the Dixie Fire burned nearby, and now residents of Paradise say the smell of smoke is already enough to traumatize them anew. So the mayor is visibly emotional as he said, they try to come back, but smelling the smoke brings back memories of 2018. Maybe that was a sign that you shouldn't be back there anymore. I'm just saying. Every once in a while, we smell smoke and we see smoke like that does trigger us. It triggers the people here in Paradise. When you go through trauma, that's what happens. Guess burning down black people's homes, I guess that didn't bring back trauma for them. It just goes to show you the ugly history these people have is coming back on them. And they don't want to believe it. But that ugly history is definitely coming back on them. So they're just talking to people that live there and they're talking about how in fear they are of this fire burning them down again and yada, 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 whatever. Moving on. All right. So, anyway, meanwhile, fires are burning across the mountain west in the US, north of the border of Canada, as firefighters deal with strong winds, low humidity, and high temperatures to try to get the blaze under control. There are 86 large wildfires burning across the US, including 37 in Oregon and 14 in California. Wow. And hundreds in Canada, reported by the Fire Center. Park Fire, Butte, I think that's Butte, Tehama, Shasta. Those are some of the counties where they were scorched by fire in more than 350,000 acres, 546 square miles, larger than the city of Phoenix. And this fire is still spreading. So the fire was only 12% contained as of Sunday morning, which is really nothing in comparison to the size of the fire. So, according to CAL FIRE, President Joe Biden has directed his administration to do everything possible to support ongoing fire suppression efforts. According to a White House official, the fire began Wednesday in the Chico area, forcing thousands of people to evacuate. This is according to CAL FIRE. Saturday, preliminary air assessment showed that 100 structures were impacted by the fire. Officials on the ground confirmed that 20 structures have been completely destroyed. Durkee fire. So this is in Oregon, and it impacts Baker and Malheur counties. The largest active wildfire in Oregon in Durkee County, which has burned more than 288,000 acres. It started July 17th near Oregon, Idaho state line. Amid high temperatures, dry vegetation, and strong winds, the fire was 49% contained as of Saturday evening, according to Oregon Wildfire Response and Recovery. Jasper National Park fire in Jasper, Alberta. Large sections of the largest national park in Canada, this is in the Canadian Rockies, are being consumed by walls of flame. As of Saturday evening, the fire is just under 80,000 acres, according to park officials, making it the largest wildfire in more than 100 years in Jasper National Park. Thousands of visitors and residents fled the flames, devastated nearly 40% of the town's structures. There are currently 135 wildfires burning in the forest protected area of the province, 34 which are out of control. And this is as of Sunday afternoon. The fire is expected to become more active over the coming days with warmer weather ahead. This is according to Parks Canada. Now, boy, I hope that air don't come down here because that was terrible having that, all that air, uh, all that smoke and debris and all that stuff come down from Canada before last year that was going on. And man, the air quality was terrible in my state during those times. And I'm glad it didn't happen that often, but still. Firefighting pilot found dead while battling the wildfire. So look like one pilot has been lost. And they said, they've been working in a vicinity of 221 square miles, falls fire burning in Malheur National Forest among several wildfires burning across Oregon. This is according to officials. While the lightning sparked the Durkee fire, so they said this is the largest of the wildfires currently burning across Oregon, which has been the hardest hit by fires in recent days. 3 people have been injured, 4 homes and 19 other structures destroyed as the fire spread. This is according to the Oregon Department of Emergency Management. Evacuation recommendations for Malheur County have been lifted as of Thursday afternoon. In Baker County, many areas evacuation levels were reduced or eliminated, according to the county sheriff's office. So the fire moves quickly across Canada's Jasper National Park. Wow. So they said that there are two wildfires in the Jasper National Park area forming what authorities are saying the Jasper Wildfire Complex. So the losses are very significant, according to the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. And they said they deployed federal support to help battle the blaze. Homes, businesses have been lost to the wildfire that people are calling a wall of flames. Jasper, a popular tourist town in Alberta, 25,000 residents and visitors were forced to evacuate from a fast moving blaze, which damaged nearly 40% of the town's structures, according to officials. The pain our town is feeling is beyond comprehension. Our homes were full of memories and hubs for families, friends, and community. This is according to Jasper Mayor Richard Ireland. We have rallied many times in the past to support each other. I know this will be the darkest week in our community's history. I am confident that together we will see brighter days ahead. So the conditions remain pretty dire there. So they're saying that there is extreme fire and thick smoke cover in that area. So y'all, this is crazy what's going on. I mean, when you see record breaking fires, they're not lying about that at all. Fires keep Paradise residents on edge. Nearly 4,000 firefighters are on the lines battling the blaze of the park fire, according to CAL FIRE. The park fire is burning just 3 weeks after the Thompson fire in Root County burned nearly 3,700 acres, forced people from their homes, and destroyed more than 2 dozen structures and homes. Yes, there's a fire back there. Paradise Mayor, this is, I think, is Lassaud. This is what he told CNN. And he appeared distressed. Yes, people's houses are being destroyed. Yes, we've got over 1,000 firefighters there risking their lives to keep us safe. One Butte County evacuee, Tim Ferguson, said he lost his father in the campfire, and it's painful to think about having to go through the experience again, according to an interview with CNN. Now, what are the chances of, well, it's a sundown town being burnt twice, y'all? I don't know. How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comment section. A sundown town being burnt to the crisp a second time. So, anyway, we've got our homes and we've been working on it a lot lately, fixing it up. And we're just on the verge of maybe losing all of that. This is what Tim Ferguson said. You know, when you have a fire to that magnitude, maybe it's just not meant for you to go back in that same location. You know, there are locations in this country when these colonizers came in the land, the natives would not live in certain areas because there were natural disasters and it just wasn't safe. These folks just blindly build everywhere. Many of these towns in these areas, they shouldn't even be there. You know, maybe you should have listened to the natives that were already in the land thousands of years before you came and disrupted their lives. I would think they would know way better than you. So, anyway, a heavy plume of smoke once again looms over the county as crews battle thick flames, torching everything in its path. The park fire has left graveyards of burnt cars and charred, howled out structures. The video of the Chico and Cohasset areas of Boot County shows. So, you know, they're saying there is a man that they are looking at, and I think they are suspicious that he may have caused this fire. Mm-mm-mm. So, anyway, y'all, look like it is the same areas that burned in 2018 in California are burning again, and look like Paradise, good old sundown town Paradise is getting that second black eye, I guess. Y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think in the comment section. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Y'all think about this. Wasn't Oregon the state that didn't want any black people there? I believe they do have that history. Shalom, family.